A big election night for candidates on the Suncoast, but it was also a big night for Suncoast voters yesterday. SNN's Samantha Sonner joins us live in the studio now with more. Samantha, you were busy out there.
Yes, we were busy, and the polls were busy out there, Grant. You know, I was out there all day yesterday in Manatee and Sarasota, and they never saw a break. You know, it was a constant flow of voters, and they were excited about candidates, and they were excited to make their voice heard.
I think it's an important part of our system, and I want to be a responsible, citizen here in the county.
I try and vote every time. I'm an avid believer that we are given a right to vote in this country, and we should exercise that right to vote.
Those that did exercise that right in Sarasota and Manatee counties were part of local history.
It was a great turnout. In fact, it was a record turnout for a primary in our county. Up until 2002, 29% was the record. We went over 32% yesterday.
We had more than 100,000 people that cast votes or cast ballots in Sarasota County. That was a 31.93% turnout, so almost a 32% turnout. That was a record.
Elections officials say controversial races, exciting candidates, and a presidential endorsement brought people to the polls.
I think that drove a big turnout, especially in the governor's race. The fact that Gillum was running really drove the African-American vote better than we've had it even since Obama. Okay, so you had two great big things there.
I think there was a lot of excitement around the number of candidates because people often ask me, well, what drives turnout? And really, it's candidates and issues.
And this election season is just getting started.
We have already pivoted. We're already working, trying to finish up this primary election and then pivoting right into the general election because we expect this to be an interesting election coming up in November also.
Elections officials are encouraging people to sign up for vote by mail for the general election.
With the turnout in November and the length of the ballot, our ballot alone up here is going to be approximately 3 feet long if you really look at it. And if people are going to the polls and have not read those constitutional amendments, they're going to be quite confusing.
So we had basically 32% voter turnout in both Sarasota and Manatee counties yesterday, and that was better than the overall state numbers, which saw us at about 27% statewide. So we beat the state by about 5% here locally.
Shows the Suncoast is paying attention, but of course in 2 months we're going to see even more voter turnout for these general election races.
Yeah, so they are expecting over 50% voter turnout for these general elections. So it's going to be a busy 2 months for these candidates for us here at SNN.
We will be covering it every step of the way. Samantha, thank you for that great report.
All right, thanks, Grant.